So what kind of stuff can I buy for Atreus anyway? Since we got the next... The final upgrade? Nope, there's a level 5 down here. We're not there yet. Arrows inflict a massive amount of stun damage. I mean, stun is good. I've already been caught off guard by how quickly that he can activate the weakened state on enemies nowadays. I think my rate of upgrading his stun might be a little ahead of the curve, perhaps. Massively increase arrow damage and melee damage. God damn. And the firing rate. I'll upgrade the hell out of Atreus. He's super useful. Who doesn't like explosions? I like explosions. There, I have every Atreus upgrade except for the level 5 stuff and whatever abilities we don't have yet. Because this was the light arrows? Yeah, so these two are light arrows. This is either one or two other abilities, basically. But we still have $3,000 to spend. That's so specific. While evading, hold left stick back and hit press R1 for a boomerang throw. A little bit harder to remember than I'm ready for, perhaps. I'm amazed by how complicated his moveset is. It's a different way, too. Like, his moveset in God of War 1, 2, and 3 was basically... It's kind of a simpler, but overall similar thing to what Bayonetta and Devil May Cry have. Like, just big ol'... Like, here's some combo trees, but they're, on average, mostly button mashy. A lot of hammer this button, then, like, you know, a lot of light attack, heavy attack, and here's how they interplay with each other, but not a ton of complexity. Definitely not as complicated as Devil May Cry 5, dear God. But this is complicated in a different direction than those games were. Almost certainly more complicated than what I remember from the other God of War games. Might as well just get it. Yeah. Might as well just get the running attack. Maybe I'll go run at somebody. But definitely the priority is for Atreus. Just because it's so easy to get benefit from these. Like if I buy a combo and then I never use the combo, then I'm basically not benefiting from having bought the combo. But if I keep upgrading Atreus's arrows though over and over again, then the thing that I use every single fight is just better now. Which means I'm getting value from that purchase. It's pretty hard to deny the value of Atreus too when you can just... I'm in the middle of fighting something and then I press the button that makes a projectile come in from off camera and start juggling the enemy and freezing them and stunning them and so on.
There's a tunnel, but you won't fit.
Take it.
Okay.
Take it. Also goodbye. Nah.
Wow. How big is this place?
It is a mountain. Big.
Thanks for your help, Atreus. He doesn't even have the angle. There we go. 22 out of 51. Boop. Light. Oh, we're back here again. Gotcha. So that wraps around. Is this just the same platform from a moment ago? Yep. So that's where I went through the hole. Whoop. Oh, it doesn't. My axe does not successfully freeze. So that starts to close, and then what? And then that starts to go open. That's straightforward enough. You just gotta squeeze your way in. Oh, you didn't touch shit.
You okay?
Don't lie to me. That's such a power move, being able to hit some corner of a door and have the whole thing move like that. Birdie. Birdie? I've had some people marveling at how many of the birds I've found so far compared to their playthrough. And the real secret is wearing headphones. I don't always notice it every time because it's a subtle sound effect, but yeah, my number one clue to look for a bird is that I hear it. And that's definitely because I play every single game ever with headphones these days. Kind of a side effect of Let's Playing is that I want to be able to hear the game. Look at that guy. I like the weird cat lizards. It's a side effect of the fact that I record the games that I'm playing, and so I need to be able to hear the game, but don't want it to pick up on the microphone, so I exclusively use headphones all day. And now it's become a thing where if I play a game I'm not recording, or if I watch a show or do anything on my computer,
I can move it.
I just always have headphones.
Yeah.
I have not had speakers. I have not had any speakers plugged into my computer at all for years now, and I use my computer for everything. Okay, you little shit. I'm getting a little tired of you. Die. Okay. All right, I forgot about my wolf. There's so many moves. Okay. I mean, he doesn't seem aggressive. He's just sitting here taunting me. He hung out for a second there. Does he only hide when I look at him? I think I have to turn the camera away from him. Are you actually unkillable? What's happening here? Whoa, that's what you were saying. I just saw it as a piece of debris at first when that's what he was talking about when he said, what's that? And all that. Yeah. Okay, you're unkillable. This is on purpose. Something's happening here. Look at this guy. Is this I can't remember if this is the same creature we saw earlier that the dwarf was using. What'd that guy look like? That's actually... I kind of only just now put together the fact that they introduced that creature and then I think she never came up again. Just stopped appearing. Because he teleports all over the place, but not with her.
It's the main room, but how do we get through that?
Look for the draw chain that opens it.
This must be the weird door from earlier. Yeah. So we're on the other side of the door. What did I just hear? That was loud. Can I open this? It has the kind of bottom that I kind of expect him to be able to grab. Can't send Atreus down there. What is your deal? Are you a clue? Are you a puzzle? He doesn't seem to be attacking me. Ah, we can climb here.
It moves! And we're stuck. Card's still attached to
I see that. There.
What are you little... They're creepy, but also not very well animated. They're like they are kind of like the cheapest looking thing in the game. Because they move too fast in an unnatural looking way, and then they always end up escaping by clipping through a wall. But it's really unsettling at first. You're like, hey, what the fuck? Get away. What is that?
Whoa, good find. Maybe there's a way through that big gate up there?
That's not going any further. Is there an... Yep, there's an opening right there.
That's it!
Ooh, shockwave. That appears to be our way back into the main chamber. Alright, come on. Who's real? Come on out. Yeah. I think Atreus just fired a random regular arrow when I didn't tell him to. Like when I told him to, he fired light arrows, but when I didn't tell him to, he seemed to fire like one random stray, not light arrow. I keep being tempted to call them ice arrows because they're blue and they stun people, which feels like freezing them. What is this thing's deal? I don't understand. Is this a mechanic that I'm supposed to know about? That's the real one. All the other ones are fake. A little bit of a Hanna-Barbera effect going on where the one that's alive actually looks clearly different from the rest. Hey there. I'm actually surprised by how powerful they let projectile attacks be in a game where so many enemies have melee only. Like not just Atreus, but actually just my axe throw is so just usable and abusable.
Look at all this old stuff.
If it is not useful, leave it alone.
I know.
Revert to the useful color. I said the useful color. Haha. Tiny experience. Well, that's a bright light. I found not pants necessarily, but you know, a waist protection article of clothing. Okay, that time it clearly bounced off of you and back into my hand. Huh. I don't know if they're going for there just being a cute, mischievous cat lizard here, or if it's actually a puzzle mechanic that I'm supposed to figure out. Because my first reaction, being in a mine like this and seeing a creature like that, is to think of like the crystal lizards from Demon Souls.
Look! Another lantern!
Broken. Leave it.
What could they be? There's something special. I can feel it.
So I see that mischievous creature and think, oh, if I catch it, there's great riches to be had. Do you drop? No, you stay still. Good. Aha, I was right. These do open like that, just from that side. Is that what you... No, you... Oh, wait, you meant... You found a bag on the floor or something? It said a candle with string wrapped around it. There it is. So he keeps finding bags of that. If that's a reference, I don't know it yet. Keep it going. And stuck. How do I kerploderate the debris? Oh wait, we don't want to go any further. That's an endpoint. Oh, the weird sound I was hearing is the weird evil demon root. Yep. I made a mistake. It was a mistake to push as far as the... Oh, if I could look down right now, this character is skating so hard.
I think we can get to that rock now.
This thing moves so fast, and he's not walking very fast. So his legs would be like his feet are definitely sliding on the floor. That's why they don't let me. They specifically don't let me look down with the camera while it's happening, so I don't see that his animation would be bonkers to look at.
I think it's up ahead.
What are you? God, your nightmares. Weird little horseshoe crab looking things. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I only at most took a class on paleontology. And I tricked my teacher into letting me do a paper on the wrong topic. Because my paper ended up being on the domestication of wolves, which is like half biology and half anthropology, because it's inherently about people. Everyone else had papers on dinosaurs, and I was like, wolf domestication? What? Wow. That's just a nightmare. Oh, it's the attack! I haven't thought of that for a while. Fable 1, I think it was the one where if you maxed out your archery skill and magic, I think, you could do like a magic archer attack. That would be like a arrow, like a swarm of arrows that knocks the enemy down, and then when he's down, they'll dive into his corpse and just obliterate him. Like, it's just so overkill looking. God, I haven't thought of Fable for a while. Maybe one day I'll cover that trilogy. I have played them all already, but I don't really remember them that well. Specifically, I remember them as being vaguely trying to be action RPGs, but all of their progression systems were relatively simple and shallow, and also they're all pretty short, if I remember correctly. They're just kind of playful and more meant to be action adventure games than anything, but they had the trappings and advertising of having been like the implication of being a more in-depth RPG that never really was the case. Chicken chaser, you chase chickens. Chicken chaser. It's moments like this where I'm like, what the fuck, Kratos? Why? How is anything an obstacle ever, considering what's about to happen? I already threw you down. I already threw that down. How is anything ever an obstacle in this game, Kratos, if you're gonna pull this shit?
No way.
Are you ready to do two-mesh circle?
You did it! I bet we can make the rope wheel work now. Might give us the way to the top.
Oh, right. I just spent the last half an hour fixing your problem. You did this. I just remembered that. This was all because you did that. You almost got ground into dust by the wheel of the world.
Prepare yourself.
When they say return to the wheel in Pillars of Eternity, I don't think they quite mean it that literally. Oh, hi. It's one of you guys. Oh, your horn comes pre-broken, huh? Get wolfed, motherfucker. Yeah, boom, big boom, smack, smack, smack. Wow, the amount of stun that I get from Atreus is way too much. I was about to say these are getting progressively easier in an astonishing way. And then I looked down and like, oh, he has a stun meter. I didn't realize these guys also have stun meters, and they go fast. Atreus fills that shit up now. Boom! I'll take care of you. Hey there. Boom! That's unfortunate. He's not going anywhere though. All right.
Back to the wheel.
It's a red letter day for me. Did a boss fight and a bunch of ads and didn't even take a damage, I don't think. Soft steel. What's this? Draugr, power weapon. As if the undead trying to kill us with sharp objects wasn't bad enough, some Draugr can channel energy through their arms, charging their weapons and making them even more dangerous. Getting hit with a rusty old sword hurts, but getting hit with a fire-charged sword hurts even more. Oh, decent chunk of money. The River of Knives, heavy runic attack. A destructive attack that sends out a line of ice shards that inflict frost damage and launch enemies into the air upon contact. Ooh. Wow. Huh. First upgrade increases its range, second upgrade gives it 2 additional lines of shards, making it a spread shot. That might be the thing I finally upgrade to instead of using the anvil. Huh. Oh, I'm supposed to press right trigger after the initial slam. Whoops. I didn't fully read it. I thought I was just upgrading its stats. I didn't correctly read the description to find out that there's more stuff that happens. Frozen flame! Upgrade my Leviathan axe. Oh my god. That's important. Alright, gotta remember to do that. That's a second hit. I've been missing out. It wouldn't be me unless I had a fucking perfect run at a level where I crushed everything and never got hit, and then at the end feeling was, yo, here's the dumb thing you did wrong. You're supposed to be pressing trigger twice. I missed this the first time around. Admittedly a sneaky hiding spot. All the more reason to clear every single crate I see. Because every single one might have just the weirdest passage hiding behind it. I send the boy through passages first so that if I get caught in a trap, he dies instead of me. Really feels like that's the implication. Oh, I missed that too. Admittedly, probably a minor thing, but still. It's a bit of money. Does anything happen if I hit these? I don't know if I can, that's really high up. Speaking of which... You know what? Why don't we just get closer? I've got to go back anyway. I hate leaving these behind ever. Any amount of restraint is pain. Because there's a glowy thing. Pick up the glowy thing. I gotta pick up the glowy thing. I don't care if it's wasted because it's healing that I don't need. Pick up the glowy thing. Obviously. What are you gonna do? Not pick up the glowy thing? I'm gonna try one last final gambit. Oops. Nope, never mind. No. I was gonna say I gotta ram it into the corpse. See if that's what the weird lizard wants, but he can't grab it on this side. So I can't probably fully hit the corpse because it'd be going in the direction that I'm in. It'd be hitting me. We did it. We opened the door. What? No. Oh. I got completely turned around.
Now you're talking.
I thought this was the forward direction. I screwed that up. Doesn't matter though. This is the #1 thing I want to do is upgrade my frozen flame axe.
And don't be letting that spit-fister of a brother of mine lay hands on it again.
Spitfister. What the fuck is a spitfister?
Right. Lots of luck.
Are we talking about spitting on it before fisting, or are we talking about like just spitting on your hand and shaking somebody's hand is what the fuck is spit fisting?